Hi there guys, this is Cassandra. I'm a Riffle in Time and I'm so glad you're here. I wanted to keep it really cozy today and do a little journal with me. I think I'm gonna make it a series and we'll just have these like short little journal sessions together. You only need a piece of paper and a pencil or something to type onto, even like the notes section on your phone, anything. I have the journal prompts that I will do here. Today we are going to do the Gentle Tarot and the full-size guidebook, and I'm gonna pull a card. We'll journal after we do some of the little reading inside the guidebook and just kind of have a really reflective, lovely time, I hope. So have some little ambiance going in the background. We are dimmed to a warm setting, and I just wanted to show up a little differently today. It felt right, and I have a lot of different ways that I journal, a lot of different decks that I use or things that I do, so I thought we would start with one that is like just really easily set up for us. So I am using the Gentle Tarot Linen Edition today with the full-size guidebook. And I personally have the Gentle Tarot actual journal, and it comes with like little stickers, but you don't need any of that. You can just be here as you are today. I'm just gonna get opened up so you can get ready with me if you want, and I'm gonna pull a card for us today. Usually when I do a collective card pull, I'm just really looking for what can best help us in moving forward. I'm always kind of asking what is in our best interest, and really I think today is like what would be the most helpful thing that we could reflect over in this moment together. So as you get your stuff together, I am going to shuffle it out. Remember to take some deep breaths and just set your intention. But again, I'm just asking what would be the most helpful for us to reflect and think about today and moving forward. It is the beginning of the calendar year, but it is almost where I usually find the beginning of the year. We're getting closer to spring, and maybe what can get us there. No matter when you're watching this, the message is still the same. What can help you continue moving forward? What is a reflection or an introspection that can help you on your journey to the next best thing? And we have the Three of Stones, and I do use the reversals because since we're using the full-size guidebook, it has a separate little section just for the reversal. So I am going to, in starting my journal here, I always will write down, or in this case, I do have the sticker for this. And this is a card I've not ever pulled journaling before. I think that's a really cool thing to see too when I use the stickers, is that I can see what I have previously pulled and how frequently. But I like to start out here in the very beginning with just naming it, naming what my intention was, and really just like the card we've pulled. So my intention was What can we reflect on that will best help us in moving forward? And I'm obviously getting some first initial reactions to this card. If you are as well, feel free to write that down if you want. But today my intention is very much to be guided by Mari in this guidebook. I think that there are times where I feel that I could really use someone to reaffirm me and just know that I don't always have to have the right answer, and just to really trust that what I'm needing, and when I am inadequate or not enough or not capable, that there is something on the other side that can meet me. And today I felt very drawn to be here with you, and I think the Gentle Tarot is what's going to meet me in the middle today. So I want to answer this with the guidebook too. I did want to put the 3 of Stones reversed though as my answer. Now in the guidebook, first thing you'll find is that there's kind of like a little affirmation / like general phrase like here. So the 3 of Stones affirmation is, I honor my life and my path by seeking support from others. And you know how lovely is that to really match my intention in coming here today. I am also going to write down, I honor my life and my path by receiving support from others. And then I do want to put kind of in parentheses here, this felt like confirmation of my intention in this today. Just put that in little parentheses for me in case I'm reflecting later and I want to remember. And then so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to read to you the next part, which is really what the meaning of this card at a core is. And then we'll get later to the upright or reversed. And in this case, we'll read the reversed. And that was where we're going to get those journal questions I was talking about. So here also is where if I find something stands out in this part, I will also write that down. So if there's anything that you want to write down that maybe if I go too fast, you can comment below. I will word for word type it out for you if you need it. So, is there anything more beautiful than co-creation? Coming together, we mobilize ethereal powers and engage in an age-old exchange of moving spirit into the physical. This card affirms you are supported in your efforts. Teamwork is sacred. The figures are fully at home and in harmony with the earth element. Their legs, abdomens, and backs are lovingly covered in fresh mud. Their feet are rooted through an umbilical cord-like connection to the earth. A volcano is active, symbolizing creation and the birth of a new earth. The waist-high flowers join in the dance. The efforts here are fruitful. In this card, we see how working together sparks creative energy from our chest and from our hands as we draw and offer vitality to and from the center of the earth. The Three of Stones is a reminder of our own gifts and potential in coming together. Your spark attracts others in equal alignment, including your natural environment. Know your excellence and feel supported as you take steps towards your goals. And so here is where I'm going to write down co-creation. That was like a keyword that really stuck out to me. And then this card affirms. And I'm going to underline affirms because, again, my intention earlier, I wanted to feel that exact way. But you are supported. In your efforts. And then teamwork is sacred. And then I like the know your excellence and feel supported as you take steps towards your goals. And I hope you know that my handwriting is atrocious and this is not pretty. I do like to try to make things like aesthetically pleasing sometimes, but the journal doesn't have to be that, and I'm trying to allow myself that release. I used to not journal because I was so worried about the perfection part of it. I was so worried that it didn't look pretty and it would stop me from journaling. So don't let yourself get hung up on putting the exact right thing down or making it look a certain way. This is about the process, really. So next, we are doing the reversed reading part. This will have a couple questions as we go through and kind of just like some things that we can reflect on. Now, this one has less questions than maybe I have seen in others, but I think this is still going to be good. So reversed. If you could benefit from some help, but you have been refusing to allow it into your life, this is a good moment to think about your choices of resistance in the past and for opening up in the present and future. Now, I do think I might want to start with thinking about the choices. If you could benefit from some help, but you have been refusing to allow it into your life, this is a good moment to think about your choices of resistance in the past and for opening up in the present and future. So maybe my first question actually is going to be, I think like the first thing I do is like, yes, I do really have a hard time asking for help, allowing help. I am someone who really does to kind of my own disadvantage sometimes really like to have control of things, and I don't like to really lean too heavily on other people. So I guess my first is a yes. I do struggle with asking for help or allowing it. Now, there are going to be times that you're going to need to pause. Feel free to pause. I'm thinking that what I might do here is I will do some writing and maybe I'll speed it up so you don't have to wait on me. Or what I could also do is just kind of clip it out. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see what's there. But why in the past have I resisted help is where I'm going to be. So, something that's coming up for me here that I'm going to share is that I'm thinking of reasons why in the past I resisted help. And some of that is just the lack thereof, the disappointment I've felt when I've asked for it and didn't receive it. I've always really been the helper and the caregiver, so it's not really been my role before. And the shift, though, is now why I struggle to do it now, are still some of those things, but also now it's gotten hung up in the pride of it too. There's like a different level to it that there wasn't before. So now, as this helper and caregiver, I have become really prideful in always being able to take care of myself and others. And so in moments where I need help, sometimes that does kind of muddy into the feelings of not being good enough, not being capable. So I just wanted to give you like maybe a little of my my journaling experience right now. Also the control aspect of how I see things and want them done. Also, I don't know if anyone else has the issue of if I have to go through the steps and like really flesh out like what someone needs to do, it feels like I should just do it because I'm expending the same effort, it almost feels like a lot of the times. Okay, and now I'm going to move forward. If you need to pause still, pause me. I'm going to move to the next. And then, why do you close up? And then so this kind of on the why do I struggle to open up now. So one of the things I'm going to pick an exact, so I've kind of journaled some options. Why do I close up? I think it's fear-based. I think it's a fear thing, fear that I'm either going to be let down or it's like a loss of control, like whatever it is. I think at its very root, it's pretty fear-based, and it's easier to stay protected than to open up and receive what someone else can give you, which could be good things and bad things. So I think it is. I think it's a protection kind of. It can be scary to ask for a hand if you're not used to it. But if you're not used to it, or if you have unconsciously trained it out of your vocabulary. But the truth is, it is natural to give and receive. It is healthy to embrace this aspect of humanity. Wider systems in place are diligent about distancing us from this essential survival tool. Community effort, working together, creating support systems are all essential for life and for the health of our planet. All are human rights. Gently open your shell and love yourself enough to ask for help. So, what I want to do next is I want to ask myself, where are places I am closed up. I also want to ask, where are places I need help? Where are places that I can receive that help? How does community how do I want to say that? Show up in my life. So, does it show up at all? I find that I am getting a loving space here. And before this moment, I haven't had a lot of space where I had felt community. And so I think that's why I've been so drawn in to YouTube, is because I'm finding other people on the other side of the void screaming with me, you know. And though I don't have spaces where I live right now that have similar minded people with similar interests, I have found that here. And so that is how does community show up in my life? What are ways I want to have community in my life? It could be a shift from where you are to the future. It could be staying the same. Maybe you are finding and just like wanting to go more towards. Maybe it's unknown, and maybe this is where you can think about so here's, if you don't have an answer for it, if you could have any dream of how community would show up in your life, what would it look like? So, kind of like your wildest dreams, how would community show up? What are the things that you would want to be doing? Where in your life would you want to find community? Is it in a common interest? Is it in your job? Is it in your family space? Where do you want to feel community? And again, what would that look like if you could just big dream without considering the town you're in or the things that... And then last, what I would probably do there is, how can I bring a piece or pieces of my wildest dream into my current reality? So maybe you would like community in a physical space, like actually like a spot in your town or community where you could all gather, and maybe that's not possible for you right now. So how can you bring that idea into effect in what is capable right now? So right now, I would love to have that space. I have dreams, but one of like my biggest dreams is that a Riffle in time can evolve into a physical space. And I've had this, I'm sharing with you secrets of my life right now. Actually, I'll get it out. So you know this is real and I'm not making this up. I have a dream that I will have a space that's like a coffee shop / my kind of like little tarot bookie shop / like community space. And Let's see if you can see it dreaming. So my witchy coffee shop, and I have some little pictures printed out. But so my witchy coffee shop, community, space for tarot readings and classes, new and full moon rituals, poetry / open mic, sound baths, creative space, workshops. Also selling the deck still and other witchy small business things. Local makers and artists are on display for sale. So a place where my community can bring their art to be seen and sold. And then I had considered like options of like local florist and plant shops and bakers and people that having their pieces also in the shop available for sale. So like the coffee, obviously we would have like someone making coffee, but also like I would have like local bakers to have like daily offerings. And again, like I would be supporting like my community, and that's my dream. There are literally 2 people in the world who know that. So now whoever's made it this far also knows my secret dreams of life. But I have been craving that kind of community space. I love my people and I love to support them, you know, and I think that supporting each other is one of the most magical things. So, what's your wildest dream and how can you make that a reality? How do I make that a reality is really hard. There's a lot of steps and it might never ever happen, but what I can do is come here because this is a real place and I can reach out to the people around me. I will comment on my fellow tarot tubers videos, other people I watch. I comment on other people's content generally. Like if I like it, I try to like go out of my comfort zone and leave a comment. Regardless if they message back, I'm putting that energy out. It's like telling the universe, this is what I want, this is what I'm offering. Like I'm reaching out, and then I allow the universe to reach back out. And I keep doing that. I keep breadcrumbing it. And I keep making connections and I keep showing up. And I show up even when it doesn't feel like anyone's on the other side. But the magical thing is there usually is someone on the other side. And there are lots of like Discord groups for tarot specifically, but many other things. Like there are people out there who feel the exact same way that you do and want to enjoy the same things you do with you. And you just have to get past your like protective shell and open up to be available to it. And you have to be brave. And I think brave is like my word for the year secretly. I didn't know it was, but thank you for hanging out. And I hope that you got something from this too. I really enjoyed just spending some time with you and reflecting, and I'm going to keep journaling. If you have any other questions or if you want to keep showing up for this, I would not be able to put a price on hearing back from you. When you comment, when you like something, it lets me know that you are on the other side. So it is my little energetic exchange that I really appreciate. No, I do not get any money from it. Like legitimately, there is no price on it because it's not like a monetary thing, but it's like, it's energetically letting me know that like, I see you here and like, I appreciate you and I want you to show up in this way more, if that makes sense. So I'd love to hear from you, and until next time.